And the bell for our second match between Johnny Kace of Antioch, Illinois, on the right, with that double wrist lock on George Crammer of Batavia, Illinois. Johnny Kace is 240 pounds, with George Crammer 235 pounds. Kace is the Midwest heavyweight champion, and his belt is on the line in this match. Kace has been wrestling professionally for 9 years, was captain of the Marquette University wrestling team in 1951. And to say the least, he's no gentleman in the ring. You watch him for a couple of minutes like that, and you'll see what we mean. George Crammer, who hews to the scientific line, 6 feet 2 inches tall, 235 pounds. Has been wrestling professionally since September of 1960. In this match, which is just underway, a moment or two, has been all Johnny Kace. Ooh, a couple of hard punches to the stomach have hurt Johnny Kace. And that arm twist as Crammer tries to swing Kace into the rope. Bill Finfer kicks Case's hand loose from the ropes, giving Crammer some extra leverage as he's run loose. And Kace is smacked into those turnbuckles once again. And now watch it as Crammer winds Johnny Case's arm around the ropes and slingshots it loose. Crammer has been taking his turn to great advantage and has worked Kace over for the last couple of minutes and is now punishing that left arm. This has proven to be a favorite and a very successful maneuver by practically all wrestlers. They try to not only weaken their opponent, but to incapacitate them by working on one arm or one leg constantly and reducing them to half of their effectiveness. And this is exactly what Crammer's trying to do. And there you have an excellent shot of Crammer working on Case's left arm. Not only pushing that hammerlock up hard, but dropping the entire weight of his 235 pounds onto Case's elbow and wrist. Well, it's rough and tumble now with both boys banging away at each other. And there's a hard body slam, which Crammer follows up as he bounces off the mat with a couple of body blocks, and he's back to that hammerlock again on Case's left arm. I'm sure that all of you wrestling fans marvel as I do at the speed of these wrestlers, who are definitely big men, weighing from 225 pounds usually all the way up to 240, 250, and in the case of Big Moose Cholak, 345 pounds. And the Moose can surprise the way he moves around the mat on many occasions. Johnny Kace trying to earn a break from that hammerlock by crawling under the ropes. But Crammer pulls him away back to the center of the ring. Bill Finfer asks Kace if he'd like to quit. Johnny shakes his head. Johnny has too much at stake. He is the Midwest heavyweight champion. He wants to hang on to that belt. And again, Johnny creeping for the ropes, trying to get under and force a break. Crammer pulling away and getting Kace back to the middle of the ring. Good strategy as he gave up that hammerlock to grasp Case's ankle. But there's that quick movement again by Kace, catching Crammer by surprise. And Kace, scrambling into the ropes, gets the break from referee Finfer. Now it's Case's turn. But a chokehold is broken by Finfer, and now Kace is back into that headlock, but it slips into a chokehold again. Both men exchanging blows directly above us. You can hear the smacking of their arms and elbows against their chests. Johnny Kace, with 240 pounds, can really make a headlock hurt. And he helps it along by latching on to Crammer's hair, giving a tug on that hair, and then hanging on to the headlock. Oh, boy! Holder Newt. Johnny Kace thought better of his charge off the ropes as George Crammer had that fist raised, ready to bang away. Once again, Crammer springs to the attack. Watch him swing that left arm off the ropes. You can see Johnny Kace using his opponent's trunks for leverage. But Bill Finfer is right on his toes. Crammer dangerously close to that pin. Well, Bill Finfer caught him at something. Our vision was obscured. We couldn't see, but he started the count. And Johnny Kace broke. Ooh, boy, that hurts. As Johnny Kace rubs Crammer's eyes across the top ropes. Crammer is in the ropes. And we get the count and the break once again. Crammer bringing a couple of hard punches up to Johnny Case's middle. Stuns him momentarily. Crammer springing back to that attack, and now he's in there with that hammerlock this time. Bringing it up hard on Case's left arm once again. By this time, Johnny Kace must be losing most of the feeling in that left arm. We can see it turn white. As Crammer exerts the pressure. Incidentally, George Crammer's friends in Batavia are probably very happy to see him go to work on Kace. George is a police officer in Batavia. played professional football with in the Tri-State League. Was an all-league tackle for 3 years. So he can handle himself. Johnny Kace scrambles beneath the ropes once again. And on Finfer's order, Crammer backs away. Both these boys have been working very, very hard, trying to soften each other up. And you can just bet that as soon as either one senses the slightest advantage, he's going to spring to the kill. That was a nice takedown by Kace as he literally lifted Crammer up off his feet to break that step-over toe hold. Kace got it. He was working over George Cramer's mouth, and Crammer set those choppers to work. Clamped down on Johnny Case's finger, and he did not appreciate it. I'm sure that Kace won't try that again for some time. Finfer starts the count to get the break again. Crammer with a lot of steam behind those forearm blows, driving Kace down to the canvas. Crammer backed away, stormed in, and as Kace tried for that body scissors, a couple of elbows in his tummy set him reeling. And once again, it's that step-over toe hold. Well, this is quite a switch. Generally, we see Johnny Kace storm to the attack. And the entire match usually is one big softening up process with his opponent on the receiving end. Our crowd here at Marigold Gardens sitting back in their seats and enjoying these past 4 or 5 minutes as George Crammer has gone to work on Johnny Kace and has dished out the kind of punishment that Johnny Kace usually dishes out to the men he wrestles. This is our second match. This is 2-1 fall with a curfew time limit. Beautiful body block as Crammer, diving low, charged into Case's midriff. Remember, the Midwest Heavyweight Championship belt is on the line. It's owned right now by Johnny Kace. Well, there's a chokehold by Johnny Kace. And the break is ordered by Bill Finfer. That Crammer's legs are very red. Apparently he's been spending some time in the sun. Must have spent too much time at one sitting. because he has a good case of sunburn. And I'm surprised that Johnny Kace hasn't leaped to the attack by working on Crammer's legs. Right now, he's working on his head and back. There's no science as Kace pounds away with that drop to the knee. And when it looked like he may have been able to get the pin, he pulled Crammer up off the mat so that he can punish him some more. There's that body drop to the knee again. 1, 2, and 3. This time he went all the way and got the pin. And the fall from George Crammer. The crowd doesn't appreciate it, but the winner is Johnny Kace, Antioch, Illinois. Let's find out how long it took as we get the official time from our ring announcer, Glenn Sterling.
The time, 15 minutes, 52 seconds. A body press, the winner, Johnny Kace.
Well, wrestling fans, I have with me now Carl Engstrom. I'd like to talk with him for a few minutes. Carl, you've been kind of semi-retired for a couple of years, and now you've come back to wrestling. What brought you back?
Well, George, I've been looking at the wrestling as such now on television, and these boys, I don't think, have too much to show, some of them, and I figured I may as well get in and get my share of the gravy, as it were.
I see
and
now.
Try my hand once again. I did drop out for a short while due to a slight injury, but that's completely recovered, and I'm
Ready to go.
ready to
Well,
go.
now, I'm sure that you say that some of the boys don't show too much. Maybe you don't want to say, but you must have some fellas in mind particularly. Would you mind telling us just who you were hinting at, quite broadly?
To start out with now, of course, Johnny Kace, the current world's, not the world's, but the Midwest heavyweight champion. I don't particularly care for the style he's wrestling, and I think in a pitched match with myself, I could possibly come out on top and possibly draw from him the belt. And then, of course, not in the immediate future, but possibly after I get in a little better shape and get timing back and all, I should like to have a bout with Buddy Rogers.
Well, I can't blame you for shooting for that goal. The thought occurs to me, Carl, that first let me preface it by saying this. I have yet to hear of a man who retired or even semi-retired who was successful in making a complete comeback and eventually getting back to the championship. Now, do you feel that you might have had an accumulation of rust with the time that you spent away from the ring, and
No.
that this might hurt you in trying to achieve your goal?
No, because I was not entirely inactive. I kept busy and I kept working, and the parts that were not affected, I kept working out. And as the situation decreased, my workouts have increased, and I've been working out full pace now for the past several months, and I feel that I'm in as good condition now, if not better, than I was when I stopped wrestling.
Have you noticed in the time that you were away that there may have been even the slightest kind of change in wrestling tactics? Maybe this may have prompted you to decide to come back.
Well, of course, I think the wrestling now is getting a little more competitive. There's not the demand for the number of wrestlers there has been in the past years, and I think that the wrestlers are all pushing and trying to do their best to get their name before the public and get talked about, and in this way keep them being pushed out of the picture, because the mediocre wrestlers now are being pushed to the back, and the ones with a little promise and with a little show are coming to the fore.
Do you think that the work you've done in your dancing school and in the gymnastics
may have been just the thing you need to help you get that title
very,
shot?
very definitely, because I think one physical activity complements the other. If you're doing one thing, it'll help you in a different situation with the timing, the balance, and the skill you require.
This gymnastics school of yours is very interesting to me. What do you do? Just teach the physical end of it? I wouldn't know how to describe it, but do you use equipment, or is it just a matter of doing headstands and tumbles?
We've entered several competitions, and our people have done real well. We've been winners in recent AAU tournaments with both the tumbling and gymnastics. But I would like to, if I may prevail on your kindness.
Very quickly,
I'm
Carl.
I'm looking for gymnastic equipment, and if anyone has any either to sell or to give away, would they please contact me here at the Marigold Arena.
Well, I hope they do. Thank you very much, Carl Engstrom, ladies and gentlemen.